Damn, Steve gave me the cue and I missed it. Just like that. Just like that. Connect. I gotta let you go, man. I got my other guests sitting backstage, man. Let everybody know where they can check you out and find you.
First off, thank you, BWATTS, for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it. But you can check me out on YouTube, Connect, that's KONNXCT, and Instagram, Twitter, everywhere at the same at Connect. Thank you again. I appreciate y'all guys.
Have a blessed day, man. I
Have a
appreciate
blessed
you. You know, hey, appreciate you taking them videos, no pictures while I was dying in Colorado for the Utah game called Steve and JR. They ain't think I went. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Hey, you have a good evening, man.
Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all.
All right, bro. Bless you, man.
Peace.
You can let yourself off. All right. Hey, guys. Want to thank Connect for being one of my guests tonight. Man, I'm telling you, man, check this out. Check this out. The next guest that I'm bringing to the stage, one half member of Buff and Prime. That's T Cal. He's got his own show. He's got his own business that he runs. You can find him over there on X, Instagram, and other social media platform. But I'll let him let you know more about it, where you can find him. And also, as I did a little research, I ain't have time to do much because of the snow. I think he played college football. When he come on, I'll let him share to us his background. I know over there he covered Colorado, Indiana, and the NFL also. And I seen somewhere he said he did a analyst for Bleacher Report. So hey, this dude got a good strong background. I asked him to come up and talk about the defensive back and the safety position for Colorado this upcoming year and past year. And we're gonna talk about a little bit more. Let's welcome him to the stage.
Man, what's going on? I
My new
appreciate
friend, what's going on, man?
what's up.
How you
What's
feel,
up?
sir?
And I'm good, man. Good, blessed, man. Good, good, good.
Good, man. I'm glad everybody doing all right with me, man. I'm trapped out. I ain't never seen this much snow, bro.
And I'm glad.
I ain't never seen down this stuff like this in Georgia, man. T. Callis, tell the people before we get started. I got some good stuff I want to get off with you tonight.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you and give us your little background about your where you
Absolutely.
played football. I think I seen you in a Falcon jersey.
Yeah.
What?
I was up in Flowery Branch for a quick little second, man.
Okay, I said, damn. Okay, talk to us, bro.
So yeah, man. YouTube, Twitter, everywhere at Buffton Prime. I played from Seattle, Washington. I was a high school All-American at running back in safety. Wanted to stay kind of close to home. Went to the University of Nevada. Played under Brian Polian. Ended up transferring. When I transferred, the coach that recruited me to Nevada got that head coaching job at Alabama A&M. And this was in 2016. There was no transfer portal. So if you wanted to be eligible, you had to go a level down. So the only way for me to be immediately eligible went to FCS. So came down to Alabama A&M, played 2 seasons there, preseason All-American HBCU, preseason All-SWAC. Ended up getting picked up by the Falcons after the draft, was in minicamp with them. Didn't make it past minicamp. Played in what's now the UFL, was the Spring League a few years ago. And then last year, man, I'd been done with football. And Coach Prime, being at Jackson State, started getting me back into football. Then Colorado, really got me back into football. So we started our channel this past year, was able to take off. Then out of nowhere, I'm building relationships with these players. I'm helping them watch film. Players at different schools now are reaching out. We have our Patreon where we scout every team Colorado plays each week of the season as if I'm the coach going into the game, breaking down their tendencies, what they excel at, what they're not good at. And then I ended up mentoring some Colorado players this season, going over every single play after the games, giving them grades and things like that. And recently Coach Prime reached out to me. We've been chopping it up some, and yeah, just
okay. All right, that's impressive. I also No, I think about a couple months ago, people were telling me to check you out, but I really ain't had the time. But I started checking you out last month. Man,
Mhm.
I saw a video of you coaching in high school.
Yeah, man.
So how did that go?
So I swore I'd never be a high school coach. Like I never wanted to coach football, period. Like just because the time consumption. So during the season, I see an article going viral about the high school team with the longest losing streak in high school football history. I'm looking at it and it says it's in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm like, well, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. I was like, I'll
Okay.
be damned if my city getting made fun of. So I hit the coach up. I say, hey, for next season, if you need a D coordinator, let me know. He said, I need you now. So I went in. I was there about 3 weeks. The last game of the season, I coached them to the lowest amount of points they gave up in the past 10 years, the
Wow.
closest game that they've had in the past 10 years. I doubled their turnovers the entire season in the last game, and we ended up losing by 10 points, which was the closest since their losing streak started. It's at 91 losses in a row. And I stepped in as D coordinator. I coached my first game being there 2 days. And I always tell people, talked about it today, football can be so simple. Like people try to overcomplicate it. They want to play 3D chess. I'm playing checkers. It's simple. I ran 2 plays and almost ended their 10-year losing streak on defense from running 2 plays that the offense just could not handle. So yeah, I was a coach for about 3 weeks this season. I've retired now. And just got to Buffton Prime.
All right. You and Steve Woodland down at the bottom got something in common. Every time I call him, he coaching soccer with his son. That's Steve Woodland down here on your right, on your left at the bottom. That's JR Box. They do my Tuesday night shows with me. They've been a blessing to me, man. Hey guys, let's get into the show. Let's do it. Shout out to your co-host too.
Yeah, CT the fan. Yeah, he watching that.
Fan. Shout out, bro. Shout out. We got to get you both here too. Also, CT.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Final video, guys. Let's start it off.
Hey, 4 trips. Get your mind right. You already know what it's like. It ain't like it's tough. You got it. Tough people do tough shit. It ain't gonna be easy. Get your mind right and attack the workout. I know a lot of y'all was thinking a lot of stuff going on in your head. But this is a good life lesson. When you get into it, sometimes it ain't what you thought it was gonna be. We gotta have a better positive mindset before we start off. But that's how winning comes about. Proud of you, bro. I see what you're doing. He calling guys from down there. Right here. Hey, y'all slide. Pitting them right there. I seen stuff right now that's already happening. We on championship caliber. Winning comes from within. We win within, nobody can beat us. That's how it goes.
All right, this the order we're gonna go. We're gonna start with JR, then we're going with T-Cal in the middle. Steve, you bring up the rear. The question is, Coach Prime hired a new strength and conditioning coach, Andrew Swaney. The importance of the off season and the impact that he make on the team is to you. Let me know. What's the importance of that strength and condition of the off season?
The importance of it, the strength part. If I could go back, and rewind and look at the team last year, there's no discredit to Coach Mo or anything like that. But the strength part, several games we saw Colorado lacked in strength as far as moving men off the ball. When you look at the offensive line, if several games we could not move the other opponent off the line of scrimmage. Even when we looked at well-off cliffs or reach the people cliffs, oftentimes the defensive players got the best of the offensive linemen, whether it be by technique or whether it just been by sheer strength. So what I'm looking at from Coach Swayze is for the strength part. You are the strength and conditioning coach. I want to see the Colorado Buffalo football team be stronger in every phase of the game, but physically imposing when it comes to other teams.
So for me, I don't think people realize how integral strength and conditioning coaches are to our program. So from now until spring football starts, they're not getting coaching from the actual coaches. You are with your strength and conditioning coaches, and you are with them very frequently. They're doing speed training. They're doing building your body up. They're toning you down. And it's extremely important when it comes to college football. Now, him specifically, I don't think people realize he was a strength coach for the greatest college football team ever.
Well,
people don't understand who the U was at that time. I'm talking 2001. The Sean Taylors, the Willis McGahee, Clem Portis, Frank Gore, Edgerrin James, Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, Jonathan Vilma, Jeremy Shockey, Greg Olson. Like, those were the dogs that he was coaching in Miami. You cannot get better than that. You can't have a better resume than that. As soon as he came in, everything, I'm a straight to the point guy. Winner mentality. Winners don't like being around losers. Losers don't like being around winners. Simple. What we saw at BYU, like he said, that was losers as far as what we saw on the field, what we saw scheme-wise. It wasn't a winning mentality. I love the mentality he's coming in because, like I said, outside of your actual coaches, that's who they're going to be spending the most time with. And knowing that you have that guy leading your players, I mean, you have to feel great.
good day.
He hit a home run with that one there because what you not gonna do is you got to put a little respect on Coach Mo's name. And I'm gonna put it to you this way: you need to put a little respect on Coach Mo's name because I'm gonna tell you something right now. It ain't the fact that they wasn't strong; they were strong. The problem was like TKL said, it's psychology, man. It's psychology. They didn't believe in what he was telling them. They didn't believe that they were great. They didn't believe that they could do the things that they supposed to do. If you look at it right now, with Swayze, all Swayze is doing is this one here. Swayze got some bigger dudes too. Now, you can put it all you want to. Mo had certain talent, and if you look at the talent and you be honest about it, the talent then upgraded. You got IMG guys coming in there now bigger than the dudes that they had coming in there just looking like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You got to look at people like Barnes. You got to look at Oates. You got to look at the boy Good in there. Those some big dudes already. Now he's going to develop them and put them physically to where they need to be. But I don't care how big you are. This football is not wrestling. This ain't, you ain't got your muscles and all that stuff. That's cute. But if you don't believe that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to knock the snot at your mouth, I don't care how big you are. I saw some dudes in my day, they wasn't the biggest dog. But I tell you what, you want to go put your hands on them. And if people knew, I heard TKL talk sometimes. I listen to TKL would tell folks, you is not going to disrespect him. If you on there pushing him and thinking you're going to push him, I'm telling you, dude, he'll tell you. It's a mentality. He would put you, TKL would tell you, he'll put you through the bleachers. He is not going to let it go. And people are like, well, why would you do that? It's a mentality. If you let a man think that he's better than you and he's doing things to you, you can't beat him. Mike Tyson's greatest asset was not his strength. It was what people thought. People thought he was going to kill you when you went in that ring. So you lost the fight because you were scared. It ain't got nothing to do with your muscles. Put some respect on Coach Mo's name, JR. He did an outstanding job for what he had and something else. Coach Mo had some barriers. Coach Mo couldn't cuss them out like Swayze could because he had some people in that room. If you'd have cussed them out, you might have been listening to the coach because you can't tell certain people buckle up and all of that. Now those people are gone. Now he can say it. So with that being said, back to you, B-Watts. But Coach Mo, they're going to put respect on your name or I'm going to tell them.
Oh, hold the phone, B-Watts. Now the show going good. TCal come on. Coming straight from my throat. TCal, I don't understand.
If he wasn't going to do it, I was going to do the same. I was going to do the same thing. You can't call TCal up here and hurt my dog, my homeboy, Coach Mo. We ain't going to let you slide with that. We don't care. This Tuesday night, we don't care who on the show. If you're wrong, we're going to call you out. That boy is Coach Brown. That boy is the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and the players. We're going to call them out on Tuesday night. This ain't Sunday. Praise the Lord show. we call them out. And they know. They watching. I just got a text from my Trash Walker over there on Instagram say, I'm tuning in, man. All right, check this out. I got to move on, JR. I can't hold him long. I got to move on. I came to you first. I'm always coming to you first. Here we go.
You picked Notre Dame. Hey, you picked Notre Dame in Texas, so ain't nobody listening to what you got to say, JR.
Hey, you done lost 4 games in 2 weeks. But once again, as I can tell you, you can't start winning until you stop losing. That's why I like the new strength and conditioning coach. I got one more question. I got several questions I want to get out. I'm start with you again, JR. Which player from the 2024 season impressed you the most and why?
Can I do like the presidential debate and go back to the last question and sum it up and then come back to it? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
We got to guess. We got to guess. Hey, we have guessed.
No, you said which player impressed me the most during the last
season? Yeah.
Is that excluding is that like excluding Travis or is
hey, we already know what Travis brings to the table, but if you want to bring up Travis, I just want to know a player that impressed you the most and why. And keep it short because I would like my guest to have the longest.
Yeah, I would definitely say, man, I've been saying the young man and been preaching his name all year. DJ McKinney. To me, DJ McKinney did an outstanding job on his side of the field. Obviously, Travis, he got all the hype being the Heisman winner and the super talent that he is. But for the times that DJ McKinney was challenged, he stepped up to the challenge every single game. He was effective in the run game. He was effective over the top. I believe he only gave up 1 touchdown, and that came at the end against Utah. So DJ McKinney, for me, was a guy that impressed me throughout the year, coming in, earning a starting spot, and playing a heck of a football game throughout the season. DJ McKinney.
So mine that impressed me the most, it's tough. I would say Preston Hodge because he's the best nickel in college football. I played nickel. I played in the slot. Is the best nickel. Him and Jordan Clark at Notre Dame, best nickels in college football. I already expected everything I saw from Preston Hodge from watching his tape at Liberty. Cam Craig. He was good last year. 2023, this year he was elite. He made so many plays. Robert Livingston got to call plays freely with Cam. He's the size of a corner, can cover like a corner, but he can also be in the run fits like a linebacker. And we saw that a ton. Nebraska, I think he had 11 tackles. A lot of people throw that Nebraska game away because of how it went. The defense had a really good game. Cam Craig had an outstanding game. I don't always like doing player comps, but I compare him to Buda Baker. Like, that is who he is. In the box, a missile. He's always in the right place. He's a leader on the defense, and he makes sound tackles and is always in the right position. He shocked me. Like, I didn't see a safety in the Big 12 play better than him this year. He's probably I haven't seen 4 safeties play better than him in college football, period. Like, that's how good Cam Craig is. So that's mine for this year.
I'm going to go with Wester. And the reason I'm going with Wester because all he did is made plays. He was 7'11", and when I throw at 7'11", he was open all day. And not only was he open, he made plays. He had one game in which he didn't drop, but the ball did not touch. He had quite a few games. The ball didn't touch the ground when it went to him. And what I loved about him, I'm going to make this short and to the point, his productivity. His productivity was at a smaller level, and when he went up, it still had the same productivity. And I'm going to tell y'all a secret. He's going to be a better NFL player than he is a college player if he gets with the right coach.
If you look at the film, all the plays LeJohntay made, he was probably open double that. Like, he could not be covered in man coverage.
Right.
He is one of the best receivers in college football. That's not because I'm a Colorado fan. Nothing. If you watch the tape, he is a nightmare to cover. Like, constantly open. Separation skills are fantastic. all of his routes look the same. And that's something I said about Jimmy Horn before the season that I wanted him to improve on, is all of his routes to look the same. Meaning, as a DB, you don't know if it's going to be a fade. You don't know if it's going to be a slant, a hitch, a comeback, because it's so consistent. And LeJounte has that. So, yeah, he's a baller. Love that pick.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. So when you look at the defense coordinator, Robert Livingston, the job that he did, what were his strengths to you and also his weaknesses as a first-time defense coordinator?
Man, I would say his strengths are just coming in and understanding the landscape of the team, understanding the type of athletes that he had on the team, and playing to their strengths. I would say that was his strength. His weakness was, I would say, sticking to a concept or sticking to a coverage longer than needed. I understand not bailing out of a coverage as soon as it gets beat, but if we see it, week after week getting beat, and we're still getting beat in that particular play, i.e. running back out the backfield with a little toss and they running 40, 50 yards up the field, we got to figure that out. And that's something that burned us throughout the year. So his strength is just knowing his personnel, to me, knowing the personnel coming in, building that playbook based on their talents. But that weakness, not shoring up coverages, but staying in a coverage style and not adjusting to it. We just make those adjustments.
I agree, and I don't want to piggyback too much, but the year before they had Charles Kelly as the DC. He coached the Saban Tree defense. I played in the Saban Tree defense. It is probably the most complicated defense in football. Colorado did not have the personnel to run that effectively year one. So now you bring in Robert Livingston. Robert Livingston said, I have no scheme. I'm going to build around my players and establish it based off of what their strengths are. I think that was fantastic. I think he was a great play caller. Weaknesses, the weaknesses are very simply fixed. Like JR was talking about, they struggled calling man coverage in certain situations. So anytime you get a bunch formation, 3 receivers together, there's route concepts called man beaters. The DBs have certain rules that they're abiding by. We call it traffic, banjo, a bunch of different rules. There's routes you can run to beat those rules. So that's a part of the reason now when you have bunch and it's condensed, meaning the formation's tight. The running back running a wheel route, a running back's going to be guarded by a linebacker in those situations. The problem is when you're in man coverage, the linebacker's in the center of the defense, and he's going to have to try to get through all that traffic to get outside to the running back. Now, there's a simple fix for this. Anytime you get bunch or anytime you get a tight condensed formation, you check out of it. And they started doing it every now and then, not as consistent as I would like. So cover 2 would be my check for any type of bunch I get in or any type of condensed formations. We're not going to chase. We're going to let everything come to us in zone. Right. You saw versus Colorado State year before, those drag routes, you run cover 2, that ends drag routes and meshes. Another thing I didn't like, and it's just, again, with the man coverage, is near the goal line. You know you're going to get pick routes. You know you're going to get rub routes down there. I do not want it. So that's part of it. Another thing that just reminded me, which upset me, I don't want to see my DBs running across the field when a receiver goes in motion. What we do as a defense is we call rocking and rolling. So if my nickel guy goes in motion, my nickel's going to go back to safety. The safety on the other side is going to go down and take him in coverage, and then the other safety is going to roll down. So the entire defense is shifting. Versus how many times did we see Preston Hodge running all the way across the field, getting out leveraged by the receiver, Kansas State, and then trying to make the play. When it's a lot easier if, okay, we see motion coming at the goal line. All right, Shiloh, you go down. Preston, you go to safety. So now Shiloh is leveraged, can be able to stop that and be able to get outside to prevent that. So really easy fixes. 2 meetings worth of fixes. So very impressed with what he did. Luckily, we're getting Preston Hodge back because he is a huge catalyst as far as being able to run the man coverage that they want to run. So we'll be able to see the same scheme this upcoming year. And yeah, I was very impressed by him.
I would say he's a player's coach. That's huge for him. He listens to his defense and he listens to their ideas. He's open to new schemes as far as what's best for the defense. And that's what I love about Rob Livingston. And he made adjustments. The big thing, I don't care how good your defense is, you better be able to make adjustments. And he definitely did a great job of that. Now, I'm going to go with a weakness that I look at right now. One weakness was you had a game in which a defensive coach should never have to ask the head coach what we're going to do with this certain player because they're having a bad game. He should be able to have the autonomy. I got to pull him, and I ain't asking. He is getting killed right now. He's not having his best game. I need to pull him, and I'm gonna pull him. So I'm gonna put that on the weakness side because he needs that. He don't have to worry about it now, but a defensive coach needs that autonomy to be able to do that. The next thing I will say is this one here. He has to quit being cute. And people are like, what you mean by that? He's being cute by when you putting Wade, who hasn't played inside linebacker, on his third downs. That's my biggest dilemma right there. His third down, he makes those changes. And I'm like, you cannot give up that many third down plays where teams are getting first down. So I call that the being cute instead of keeping it simple. I was in the military. I keep things simple. We call keep it simple, stupid. KISS. And that's what we do. We keep things simple. If it worked on first and second down, just mix it up a little bit. Third down, we can get off the field and let's keep it moving. So, but one thing I will tell you is this one here. He did a fantastic job. When I say he did you saw players, they got developed. All these people come out, I saw development on quite a few players. I saw the productivity. His defense was one of the top rated defenses up there in the Big 12 and also in college football. And the next thing, them young men love to play for him. You saw those young men active and everything else. When you see those things, that's somebody that, hey, he's going to grow. He's a first-year coach in this year. He's going to grow. And the reason I say he's going to grow, he's modest and he's humble. And if he ever listen, if he listened to what T. Cal said and what JR said, I guarantee you, he'll be like, I've heard it before, but that makes sense now. Let's make sure we make some changes on that. And only thing's going to happen, he's going to become a better defensive coordinator. But back to you, BWATTS.
All right, start with you, JR. I know we're going to talk about it again. Which new player from the introduction you'll be looking at closely to see how their performance turn out on the field?
T-Cal, hey, it was 7 Texas boys, T-Cal.
Man, don't stop. Man, don't you stop. Man.
I knew I was going to do it. It was 7 of them. But let's see. If I were to say I'm looking for a young man to make an immediate impact to our team, it goes no further than your homeboy, BWATTS, Coach Hart, them linebackers. I'm looking at those linebackers more specifically.
I did not hold time out. I ain't said nothing about Coach Hart. Leave my dog alone. I had you a player, a certain player, introduction. I helped you. I'm looking at the IMG guy, the white guy, who y'all don't want probably on the team. I know y'all want them HBCU boy, but we got a white boy. And you ain't careful, he might jump on Raptor and ride her down now. Yeah, Alex McPherson. I'm gonna help you out, JR. I ain't asked you nothing about my dog, Coach Hart. You know he watching. You know Coach Hart watching. Alex McPherson. Oh, how about Alex McPherson? Go watch his tape. Go watch the film. His first step.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving Coach Hart his props. That's what I said. I'm looking at the linebackers. I'm looking at Reginald Hughes to make an immediate impact on that defense. He is the number one guy.
Why you got to bring Coach Hart up?
I'm telling you, Coach Prime, Coach Hart, they did a hell of a job getting that young man in there. He will be the key to that defense. That defense will go as Reginald Hughes goes. I'm telling you right now, BWATTS, Coach Hart, you did a hell of a job getting them in there. Now let's get the job done. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be the key to the defense, BWATTS. Tell him.
So we pretty much broke down every transfer already in Patreon. Watched that game film. Reginald Hughes, he's for real.
He's special.
Super athletic. Like he looks like a safety at linebacker. He's instinctual. Can get after the quarterback. Can be an edge rusher, like how we've seen Bentley flex out. Really good against the run. Patient, reads his keys, reads pulls, quick to the ball. Something I do want to see him improve in his pass coverage. I think he needs to work on his feel for routes. Something I talk about all the time is taking the cheese. What that is when they put a little drag route in front of you and then they have a dig route behind you. That's the $1 bill, $100 bills coming behind you. Those are the things that you need to work on as a linebacker to make sure that you're not opening up and vacating those zones and holes behind you. But as really, like you, Coach Hart, this is a perfect time to develop a player. The athleticism, everything you could possibly want is there. So he's only going to be as good as you coach him and as good as you develop. Another guy, we're actually having him on our channel Sunday. We're going to do it in Patreon. Then we'll go to YouTube. We're doing live film breakdown with him, Tawfiq Buyer, safety from South Florida. We watched him versus Alabama and Miami already. Really good box safety. Little brother of a fantastic safety, a little bit older than me, Kevin Buyer. Ball hawking safety. Really like the way Tawfiq plays. He's going to fit more into that Cam Sillman Craig role. And then one more, man. Colorado fans don't understand how good Caden Salter is. Like, don't have a clue.
You hear that, JR?
I got video of him throwing 65 on a rope for a touchdown. People don't understand how far 65 yards. He ran for 1,000 yards, threw for almost 3,000 yards, had 44 touchdowns. I cannot tell you guys, if Pat Shermer does what he should do, which is go and study Liberty's 2023 tape, develop the offense specifically for him, he's a Heisman contender.
Didn't I tell you that, John? Didn't I tell you that?
What? Hey, where you from?
Word for
word.
word.
Where you from?
Man, go ahead, D. I ain't got to talk, Jay. I don't want Georgia.
JR, stop with Texas, man. It's snowing up there. Stop it. Stop it. They closed the whole state up for a little snow. Something that BWATTS be looking at. They closed the whole state up. A little snow drop. They closed the whole state. They don't know what a snow plow is. But let's go this with here. Let's go this direction. I have to go with Salter. Everything gonna end and begin with Salter. His confidence, number one. All he does is win, no matter what. And that's all he does. The man wins. And people look at all the competition. I'm glad to see competition. It's not going to do anything but make the quarterback room even better. And I'm telling people right now, everybody thinking that the number two, they fighting for number one. Somebody going to have to be Pondernam. Pondernam is not going to lay down and just lay down and be like, bruh. I looked at him and I'm like, hey, if Ponder got to number two that fast and with more experience and him working on his skill set, hey, he ain't gonna do nothing but move up. But let me get back to Salter. Salter's one of them dudes, man. I love his confidence. And not only do I like his confidence, he got that Kobe confidence. I know I'm gonna do that, but he has the results to go back with it. I could care less about your confidence. I need results. You know, T. Cal was talking to a dude one time. A dude was getting smart with him. T. Cal said, "I'll tell you what. Since you want to talk that there, let's do it." He say, "Lil Bank take Big Bank take Lil Bank."
No, he didn't.
About his credentials.
He did on the show.
I'm like, and what T. Cal did for the dude, he like, let's watch the tape. The dude, Hodge is terrible. He got beat all the time. He said, let's watch the tape. Man, he watched so many different plays. What about this one? He got to the point where he watched 36 plays. And the guy like, oh, yeah, he just got beat one time. Yeah, out of 36 plays. Dude, sometimes.
Y'all did that live? Y'all did on live show? That's what I'm talking about. I got to check that one out.
Back to you, BWATTS.
Hey, I got a question here from one of my longtime favorite listeners, TCAF, Miss Selma Johnson. Said, TCAF, what do you think about Juju Lewis?
So for me, it's it's hard to expect a true freshman period, let alone a freshman quarterback to come in. College is a big change.
Right.
It's a culture shock. Everybody's faster. The throwing windows, everything's different. I would have been disappointed had Colorado not got a veteran quarterback. Like, I would have been extremely disappointed. So I never, and this isn't to Juju, and I don't expect any true freshman quarterback to come in and play right away. And if you look at it, there haven't been a lot of true freshman quarterbacks in college football history that came in and balled. Very few. Trevor Lawrence is probably the best of them. Johnny Manziel redshirted. Jameis Winston redshirted. I played him that year. Redshirted. Like, a lot of these guys, Arch Manning, a lot of these guys sit and learn. And I don't think that, well, I know for me, that's not a discredit to him at all. It's just like some NFL quarterbacks. It's not always the best thing to go in and start right away. Sometimes you want to be able to learn, develop, get accustomed to the lifestyle, the new system and everything. So I hope Juju does absolutely great. What I can't ignore is 44 touchdowns I've already seen from Caden Sumter this season.
Right.
I've seen him do it at this level. So that would be my pick. But hey, I'm for competition. I want the boys to compete. May the best win.
Good point, man. Good point. When we look at the Colorado defense from last year, Cameron Simeon Craig, his leadership is gone. Shiloh physical play is gone from the back end of the defense. When you look at the roster as it is right now, who do y'all prefer at the safety position? Me personally, I haven't done enough research on them. I don't know where they're gonna go from there. What you think, JR? Then TCal at the safety position. Anybody on the team that you're looking for to step up?
Absolutely. They got the guys right there. T-Cal called the first one. Taufik Bayard. If you look at his tape from USF, rangy. He can cover the field from hash to hash. He come up, make a for sure tackle, and he can pick that ball off. And then for me, everybody like the new. I like that old thing. Carter Stoutmire. Carter Stoutmire is a player that you can plug in. You can fit him in. All right. He will be a key component to that back half of the defense. Sure tackler. All right. He can fit in the run gaps. All right. Yes. Does he get beat in coverage when he's playing slot and he's 6'1", 220 pounds? Yes. Yes, that happens. That happens, people. But what I will say is Carter Stoutmire will be in the right position at the right time. Even though he got beat on routes, he still hustled to get there to make the tackle. Carter Stoutmire, Taufik Bayard would be my two safeties to start the year.
And I was thinking, I forgot about Carter. So we did a breakdown on him.
You did, right?
Yeah,
you did exactly right.
Yeah.
God don't make no mistake.
So we did a breakdown on him before the season because I heard the worst about Carter Stoutmire, Shane Coates, and Levante Bentley going into this season. The film did not tell me the story that everyone was saying about them. I told everyone back last spring, I said, Levante Bentley's a hell of a linebacker. I said the game has to slow down for him. He needs to be in a position where he can play fast, not overthinking in that saving defense, which is what he was doing. You saw what it looks like when he plays fast. Shane Coates, there's some physical limitations he has as far as strength and size, but he's always in the right place at the right time. Carter Stoutmire. So Carter, one, needs to get more confident, and the game hasn't slowed down for him yet. So I'm a Carter Stoutmire fan. What I did not see from Carter that I needed to see and that can be coached is he did not affect the pass game as a middle high safety. And what I mean by that is you can't be back there and just backpedal. As a free safety, you're an eraser. You have to take routes away. So Preston Hodge is getting slot fades around him all year. That's the hardest route to guard. When that ball's thrown and Preston's in the low hip, I need to see the safety being over top and finishing on top of those routes. I need to see him affecting the pass game. And what I mean by that is it's pretty simple in college football. Go where the quarterback's looking. I promise it can be that simple. A lot of these guys are not multiple read quarterbacks. So if you're backpedaling as a middle field safety, you got 3 receivers to the side. You see the quarterback looking to that side. Start working that way. You can't just backpedal straight because you can't get to any routes. I'd rather you take away one route and it be the wrong route than take away no routes and everybody's running free. So that's something that I want him to work on. Again, it's something easy for him to work on. He just has to be confident. Shiloh did a great job of doing it this season. Me and Shiloh talked a lot, watched film together. And I think Carter can be really good. Colton Hood said Carter's one of the fastest people on the team. Like, they talk about him like he is a freak athlete. I know his mom ran track. He has the physical skill set to be great there. Exactly. Mentally, it just has to click. He's not a bad player by any means of stretch of imagination. Everything is just going to have to click for him to do what he needs to do. And I definitely think that a year with Robert Livingston, he's going to get there. Savion Riley was the other guy I was thinking of. So we broke down Savion Riley's film from Vanderbilt. That was the worst safety coaching I've ever seen. And I saw it from the other safeties. Like, we looked it up. The safety coach got fired. I've never seen safety coaching that bad. They had him at free safety a lot. I think Savion Riley's better in the box. He's better closer to the line of scrimmage. Another one where the game hadn't slowed down for him yet. And I can see that coaching was the reason it hadn't slowed down. Carter just moved from corner to safety. He's getting his feet wet. I think you can develop him into a very, very good free safety. So, JR, I wasn't going to start off with that, but now I like Carter and Toffee.
Oh, man. T-Cab, man. What you go stick with your gun, bro? Go ahead, Steve.
I'm following suit, baby.
I already know that. I already know that. He just lobbed it up there for you.
hey, when you throw a spade, I'm throwing a spade too, baby. That's how it rolls. They are speaking football. What people have in their mind is people think you don't get beat in football. You have a receiver whose their job is to beat you.
They're on
your job
scholarship
as
too.
defensive back is to stop them and the safeties and everything else. Man, I'm telling you, if you look at what's going on, something else about my boy, I'm just a Carter fan. And I'm a Carter fan because it's hard, man, to be pulled the way he's been pulled in games and to be able then to produce. It's hard. T. Cal is he plays sport. Can you imagine you coming there and you on a roll when Shiloh got hurt? You on a roll, the defense playing well, and you get pulled just like that. And then you're watching on the.
I have to imagine. I did it. I've been there at Nevada. I've been there. I know exactly how it is.
And his mentals, this is where I'm going with it, his mentals. You're going there and then you watch the next game, and the game you watching, this guy has his worst game. And he had his worst game because he was just trying. Shiloh wants it so bad, and he came back too fast. He came back. He needed to let his legs get up on him. So I'm not going to blame a player for wanting it that bad. That's that Kobe mentality. That's fine. But you see, Carter had to be on that bench, and he's looking like, God, dog. He's like, man, I can get out there and do that, but that's a mentality. And he was still able to get back on there and handle his business. So I give Shiloh his props for being the professional that he is, and I give Carter his props. But the reason I'm fans of him, I see where he can go. Carter also had this one here. He had that shoulder injury. You're not going to come up and pop people too much when just coming off a shoulder injury because you don't have that confidence. He shouldn't have that problem this year. He should be coming up knocking some snot at some people because as big as he is, I should see that tent going up. The tent needs to go up for Carter. So with that being said, Byard and Stoudemire are my two. And it's going to be competition because with that, it's going to be competition. But that's what I see. Back to you, BWATTS.
All right. Without calling any names, JR, T-Cal, Uncle Steve, without calling in the names, the upcoming draft, how many players will see you hear their name called on draft day without calling in the names? I'm sure they're watching. I don't want to discourage anybody or people get sensitive in the chat if y'all don't say their favorite player. But when you look at the past season, how many players will Coach Prime and Colorado hear their name called in April on draft day? Because if you get 4 to 5, maybe, I think it'll do a tremendous for his recruiting next year. Go ahead, JR.
Look, I'm gonna steal one from Uncle Steve. He said when you throw a spade down, I'm gonna throw a spade down too. I mean, we playing spades. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going with 5 and a P. 5 and a P. So if I'm looking at my hand right now, we got 5 and a P. So if I'm holding 11 cards, 5 and a P. Give me 5 and a P. That's what I'm going with.
TCal, you played? You don't play before TCal. You don't broke them down, TCal. They watching TCal. Matter of fact, I'm gonna clip this part, TCal. I'm sure they want to hear you. You the GM. You tell us.
So that's the problem, is I'm not the GM. And from going through the process, I know how the NFL looks at players.
Right.
And I know how many should be drafted versus will. I'd say a guaranteed 4.
Okay.
I don't agree with that, but I'd say guaranteed 4. I'd be happy with 5, but I think a guaranteed 4.
Right.
I tell you, I think you probably hit a home run with what you said about the 4, but I'm gonna go with 5 and a possible. And I'm saying 5 and a possible because of this one here. I already know somebody is gonna do something, gonna put some numbers up. And then these bowl games, in a couple of these bowl games, you had already 2 people that exploded in a bowl game the first time that one person nobody saw coming. And then the next bowl game, I'm telling you, I can see some people come up there and they're going to surprise some people. They're going to like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And the reason I'm going to say that, if you look at number 19 for the LA Rams and you look at McConkney, if you look at those type players that has come into the NFL and produced and people didn't see them coming, that's going to help out some people at Colorado, for people to look at them and be like, that person right there could be that and be effective. Back to you, BWATTS.
The Puka Nakuas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That was a good one there. Yeah. Right. All right. Got about TCal. Can you hang out? I know I don't went over time for you. You got 10 more minutes to hang out?
Yeah. I got 10 more.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that. Check this out, fellas. All right. We got Coach Ryan going into his 3rd year in coaching. And we look at the teams in the Big 12 conference this year and how they turned out. Matter of fact, it's snowing outside. I saw a man running down the street, look like Scatterboo. He's still running. He down here in Georgia. He's still running, Steve. Like we've been saying, still running. I went to my mailbox. Somebody said, beep, beep. I said, damn, who was that? Scatterboo, still running. When we look at the Big 12 this year, we look at Iowa State, BYU, Kansas State, some of the teams that we haven't beat yet. Which 2 teams in the Big 12 conference will be there? You can't name Colorado to play in the Big 12 championship. One team. Give it one team.
One team
With their current roster, who you might not. I know the spring quarter got to jump over and all that, but one team you think will be there at that Big 12. You can't name Colorado.
Man, am I gonna go off of hype or am I gonna go off of one team?
Scatterboo gone, but they got a running back from Army. He rushed over 1,000 yards for Arizona State. I got 10 minutes there. I gotta let TCal go.
Give me Arizona State because Sam Levitt, that young man, he a baller. Sam Levitt a baller. Give me Arizona State.
So I'm gonna go by the teams that impressed me the most when we're scouting. I'm a defensive guy. There are 2 teams all year that impressed me outside of Nebraska. BYU and Baylor.
Yep. And who?
And Baylor.
Baylor.
Defense.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta hear this then.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Dave Aranda's for real. I was recruited by him out of high school. He was at Wisconsin. He runs a version of the Saban defense. He runs it very well. There's 3 teams that I warned Colorado fans about defensively this season. It was Nebraska, Baylor, and BYU. Dave Aranda is a fantastic defensive coordinator. What people don't know, that last play, that Hail Mary, the players ran the wrong play for Baylor. They were supposed to have a defensive end wrap and contain 2 Shadors left. Instead, he went to Shador's right. That's why Shador was able to scramble out that way, and no one was there because they lined up on the wrong side. He's a fantastic D coordinator. If you go back and look at that game, Colorado struggled significantly with Baylor. People were talking about Utah. Utah's defense wasn't it. Stats can lie, but Baylor's defense was real. BYU, they're losing some guys. That D coordinator is legit. We watched him all year. I was watching him run fake cornerback blitzes. I had never even seen that before, where he blitzed the cornerback and the cornerback would drop back into a flat and rob a hitch. Like, really intricate. You saw what he did in the bowl game, how he was able to get pressure from a lot of different looks, simulated pressures where it looks like 8 guys are coming, but 3 might come. However, your offensive line is accounting for 8 guys and may pick up the wrong one. Because defense wins championships, those are the 2 teams that I like for opportunity, Baylor and BYU.
That's a good one.
Those are good options. I'm gonna go with Kansas. The reason I'm gonna go with I look at the offense. They put pressure on you. They put pressure on you. When I say they put pressure on you, they put pressure on you. And no. That would be.
They losing some. They losing Devin Neal now.
No. Let me go.
Yeah, but TK, they still got that big old offensive line, TK.
No. Where did Dylan go? Kansas State.
Kansas State.
I'm sorry, because I'm thinking of Dylan and Avery. That's a combination. I'm thinking of Dylan and so I apologize. So I'm thinking of Kansas State. That's the team that put pressure on. And when I'm talking about pressure, they even when they defense don't play well, they offense put pressure on you. And what I've seen with these players, if you can put pressure on some defenses, their offense can't muster up the points to keep up with it. So I'm gonna go with Kansas State, and the only reason I'm going with them, they got some running backs, and when they utilize Dylan in special teams and he get that ball in open space, they special, and Avery can go. They special, so that's why I select them.
Okay. All right. Hey, I got 3 questions for TCAL and TCAL on, and then I gotta let him go. All right, here we go, TCAL. When you look at Colorado running back room, which running back, with the addition of the new running back coach and the new assistant coach, they haven't announced Marshall Faulk yet, which running back you think will be running back 1? Who would you like to be running back 1?
It honestly depends on what type of offense they run.
True.
I've seen what Dallin Hayden did in the Big Ten against Big Ten competition. I've seen what Isaiah did in the SEC. Isaiah's more of a home run hitter. Dallin's more of a grind it out and, continue to get more and more runs as they go. I'd love to see them spell each other, and I got to see Brandon Hood. I need to see some angle routes in that offense. I need to see Brandon Hood being used as a mismatch when covered by linebackers. They have to figure out a way to get him the ball and get him the ball in space. Heard rumors that he was balling against the number 1 defense this year on scout team. So running back, I'm good with either or, Isaiah or Dallin for the top 2 guys carrying it. But you have to, I need to see at least 5 to 7 touches for Brandon Hood a game.
Good point. Good take. Also, you're a former defensive back, and on the back end of defense, when you look at Colorado cornerbacks, Hood, TJ McKinney, and Preston Hodge, Would they be the best in the Big 12?
I think they have the potential to be. DJ McKinney has some things I want him to clean up technique-wise. And get real technical for a second, but big part of man coverage, especially if you don't have a robber in the middle, meaning somebody to take away crossing routes, slants, is maintaining inside leverage. He struggled maintaining inside leverage a good amount and did what we call opening the gate, which is when you open up your hip and give receivers a free release. I really want to see him improving that. Travis actually struggled with the same stuff. Travis is just, he has the athletic ability and instincts to continue to make those plays. But I want to see DJ McKinney get better technically going into this season. Colton Hood, you just saw him against the guy who they have as number 1 receiver in the draft, T-Mac from Arizona.
Right.
You saw how that went. That boy don't lack no confidence, and he don't lack athletic ability. Preston Hodge, if you have not played in the slot, you will never understand how hard it is to guard those small, shifty. Dude from Baylor ran for it too. Like, that is a tough position. I definitely think that they can be the best corners in the Big 12. 2 things that affect corners is pass rush and safeties. It was real easy for Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner in Seattle when you had Earl Thomas back there erasing everything. Let you play a lot more aggressive, let you be you. You can also play a lot more aggressive when you have a good pass rush. So I think those are the factors that we need to see. But athletically, yeah, I think they can, just off athletic ability alone, they can be the top in the Big 12.
Okay. All right. 2-part question. I'm going to let you go. When you look at Colorado, Coach Prime, they haven't signed that contract extension. What's a reasonable amount per year that Coach Prime should be able to get from Colorado?
So I recently just started looking at salaries. That's a loaded question. So personally, what I think what Coach Prime's negotiating, this isn't no inside information. Coach Prime ain't tell me this. I think it's more the salary pool for assistants.
Okay.
A lot of other schools have a much larger salary pool for assistants. And that's not just your position coaches, but that's when you're able to bring on analysts, when you're able to bring on pass game coordinators, run game coordinators. I think that's a good part of his focus. Now, I believe both of the coaches that were in the CFP were getting paid around 10 million, 9 to 10 million.
Right.
There's something else you got to factor when it's Coach Prime, and that's the economic benefit that he brings Boulder, obviously. That's something that other coaches don't have. And I'm just straight up, he doesn't deserve more than Marcus Freeman or Ryan Day. Like they brought their teams to college football national championship. However, he has been able to, boost people wanting to go to Colorado as far as students, people showing up to the games and other things like that. He's going to renegotiate this year, but this year for me is the year where he has to really show it. You don't have any of your sons. You don't have 2 first rounders. You don't have a first round quarterback. You don't have a first round receiver in corner for sure. You still may end up developing one. This is where we get to see, okay, what is Coach Prime really made out of? How good can he actually coach when he doesn't have, those safety nets? He was a safety net for his kids, and they were safety nets for him. So whatever he negotiates this year, if he really proves it this year, goes and wins the Big 12 without what I just mentioned, you might have to renegotiate again right after next season. But yeah, I think that's what I would imagine his focus is trying to get a larger salary pool so he can bring more of his guys, more winners into the building.
All right, last one. I'm gonna let you get out of here. Where would you like for Shedeur to end up in the NFL and also Travis Hunter? Which team suit them better?
So personally, there's I critique everybody, and the more I critique you is because I expect more out of you. I don't want Shedeur in a place where he has to start right away, where he has to be the guy right away. I think Michael Penix ended up in a good situation. You got a lot of guys that Patrick Mahomes did not start at Kansas City. I don't know if people know that. Alex Smith was the quarterback, and then he was able to develop. I think that's the ideal situation for a few reasons. One, that means you're going to a better team, better organization. And two, it doesn't put as much pressure on you. The Carolina Panthers almost ruined Bryce Young. And I'm a huge Bryce Young fan. Huge Bryce Young fan. Don't care what the stats show. I know how good he is. But he almost got ruined from being put in a situation that was not beneficial to him. And now people are like, oh, well, he looks good. Yeah, that's who he is. But you have to be able to put him, Cam Newton. Cam Newton's the only one that could have done what he did in Carolina. Players go to bad situations, especially quarterbacks, and get sprung to play right now. And it can be to their detriment. So my personal wish would be that he goes somewhere that he can sit for a year, maybe not even the full season, but be able to develop, be able to be around a good organization, good coaches that will set him up for better longevity instead of just being the top pick in this draft. Because there's a lot of top picks in drafts that never ended up doing anything. There's a lot of guys drafted later in the first or even different rounds that ended up being superstars. So that's where I would like for Shedeur. Travis, I think Travis's best position is receiver, personally. I don't have a specific team. My wish for Travis, and I know a lot of people won't agree, is that he plays one side of the ball. The reason for that is he is not going to be paid for playing both sides of the ball. So he's going to be putting extra wear and tear on his body, shortening his career, but getting paid like a one-way player, but doing the most for the team. I want to see him get his money. I want to see him have a very long NFL career. Now, if he gets certain spot duty, understood. But I want him to be healthy, have a long career, and that is not him playing full-time both sides of the ball. And you saw RG3 in Washington. Coaches can ruin you. When you get injured and there are coaches that don't care about you, you're just expendable to them. And again, I want him to go to the right situation and right place. And I prefer him to play receiver. Personally, I really want to see him play some safety. I think he has the best instincts and ball skills we may have ever seen. Like, it's Ed Reed-esque. I would love to see him back there roaming at safety. But yeah, that's my hope for those two.
All right, we appreciate the TCal. Buffin Prime. Let everybody know what they can find you at, brother. One more time.
Yeah, man. Buffin Prime. We're on YouTube. Don't follow me on Twitter. It get nasty on there sometimes. Stay away from my Twitter. It's not a safe place. YouTube at Buffin Prime. We're on Patreon at Buffin Prime. That's where we do full game breakdowns, full film. We do some on YouTube as well, but you get to see, the behind the scenes. And yeah, make sure to check us out. And yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on. Appreciate me and Unc Steve, JR Boxing. Appreciate y'all boys, man. And yeah, we gotta have CT the Fan on next, man.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him on next. I gotta get him on next, man. Appreciate you, man. You have a blessed, and may God continue to bless you and your business along with your family, spiritual, education, and financially. And I pray that God have you to be the man that He wants you to be. All right. God bless you, man. Take care. All right, let's wrap this thing up, Steve and JR. When y'all look at Colorado this coming year, what are your expectations, JR?
My expectations is exactly what Coach Prime said. Man, look, we had great players. I want a great team. That's my expectation. I expect a great team, top to bottom. They've brought in better talent to the team. They infused the coaching staff with more experience, and more experience is at the doorstep to be on that coaching staff. So my expectation for the Colorado Buffaloes going into 2025 is for the team to be a great team and not a collection of great players. Not saying that they were not a great team this past year, but a well-balanced, great team.
I want to see them excel in all three phases of the game: special teams, offense, defense. I don't want to, I don't want to hear about we got all of this experience. I want to see it. I want to see the results, and we're going to see it because they have the right people in the right places, and they got their marching orders. Something you know about Coach Prime, he ain't going just to. They're going to win the Big 12. This ain't about we just going for 6 or 7 wins. Coach Prime got the right people in the right position. They're going to bring it this year, and I look forward to seeing some good football. That's all I love. Me some good football, smart, tough, fast, aggressive teams out there that love football. So that's what I'm going. Back to you, BWATTS.
All right. Last question, JR. When we look at the offensive line, will it be better this year than last year? Just your expectation? Some of the players they done brought in?
Look, it better be better. I mean, that's for real. I mean, look, this would be 2 years running. I don't know who else it could be at that point.
It better be better.
Put him in timeout. Put him in
Because
timeout.
if not, like,
He gonna say
I don't know.
it better be better.
Like for real, like I don't know at that point. If this line is not improved, I don't know what Pat Shermer. Some jobs got to go. Like Pat, you got to go. Like,
you can't be fired nobody, JR.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
you can't fire nobody, JR.
Like if I look at the Colorado Buffaloes.
Oh my God! Oh, I know what coming from next with Steve. He already rocking.
Is not improved, and I'm not looking for like drastic. I'm not looking for like astronomical like improve. But I want to see basic concepts, stunts being picked up. I want to see shifting, pulling, zone block. I want to see those stuff. I want to see things like that because if I don't see that, I don't know where else to go. But I'll be typing up a nice little email, Coach Prime. If you want to holler back at your boy JR Boxing, what is going on? Something has to be done. So if you're asking me what I expect to see from the offensive line, it better improve. It has to improve.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Steve. That's nothing, JR. Go ahead, Steve.
Now, damn it, JR. You talking about what you got to see, baby. Now, you see. Now, I can't see nothing. Now, you talking about what you can see. I can't see nothing. Me and Stevie over here, we just feeling our way. You know, let the offensive line feel their way, baby. I like feeling wrists, baby. I like to feel wrists. That's what I like to do. But JR, what you're saying is this one here. I know one offensive player that's gonna get better, and I drive his Express all the time, and that's the Seed Express, baby. I get on that Seed Express, and the Seed Express, baby, is so good. You don't even have to seat and ride it, you know. You just get on it, and Seaton just drives you all the way home, baby. That's it. You get on the Seaton Express, so we already know the Seaton Express gonna be better. And what I'm gonna tell you, baby, is this here. Now, what you got to realize is this one here. If that big Hagman, he's a big man. He's a real big man. And if he teach him anything, baby, he gonna teach him. Now, Ray, what he gonna teach them is this: they need to quit eating that filet mignon. And if them boys ain't gonna block, give them sardines. Now I want bologna and cheese. If you start feeding them boys bologna and cheese, they gonna be in that bucket like I saw that boy today throwing up. That's what you need to see, baby. That's what you need to see. So I'm kicking it back to you, BWATTS. But that offensive line, I look forward to them being better. They're gonna simplify the offense. They're going to keep them where they're going to put a scheme up there. They're not going to be changing plays at the last second. They're going to see a better offensive line. I got confidence in them. And if they don't get better, what's going to happen is they're going to do what Ray did. Ray fired their ass. They fired them. They got to go. Got to go.
Hey, this what they going to do, JR.
Get him, whoop that trick. Get him, whoop that trick. Go. I'm gonna make these suckers recognize I ain't playing ho. If you violate off the top trick, you gotta go out of hell. JR
said, you trick, you gotta go. You got to go. And then he go, Coach Prime go,
Wake up! Wake up, stand up, man. Stand up. Not the eye on the tree. You don't even point. Get your ass, stand up. Just stand up while I'm talking. Mr. Lake.
See, now hey, that's what happened when you don't pay your bills. Now he up there, now his thing up there twirling and twirling. Oh, well, whoop that, get him, whoop that, get him. Hey, BWATTS, we done put you in timeout, and now for you not paying your bills, it's the JR and Uncle Steve running the show. And we're going to run this show, baby. We thank everybody out there. BWATTS is trying to get back on the TV, on the podcast, but that Snow got it. He don't realize Snow got it. He's stuck in the snow. He over there with those snow bunnies, baby. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. He's showing Wesley Snipes, but you do know Wesley Snipes played in Jungle Fever, baby. Oh, go one more time there. He said he got snow and he got a little fever too. Oh, I feel his sweat coming on me now. Oh, but getting back to you, BWATTS and JR, see, you got a lot to be thankful for. Look at that. Look at it still. Hey, Scatterboo. He still, look at it. He cut us off. He cut us off. BWATTS and turned us off, man. So let me do that at?
He made sure he put that up.
hey, man, my battery went dead, man. Hey. I get God said, hey, not today today, BWATTS. my battery went there and everything. Hey, boy, I tell y'all, boy. Hey, look at here. Man, I don't know what going, man. That snow that do everything, boy. But look at here. So I appreciate y'all tonight, man. It was a good show. Want to thank my guests tonight. Want to thank everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all for JR and Steve, what all y'all do for Tuesday night. And I really appreciate y'all for allowing Konex and TCal come on your space and take up a little of your time talking about Colorado Buffalo football team. I appreciate y'all. Want to thank the new people that were tuning in. Don't mind, come back next Tuesday. We're going to try to get the other half of Buff and Prime up with us next Tuesday. I got Montrez Walker, the linebacker from Colorado, supposed to be joining me. We got to come up with a good date on one Tuesday. He can do it. He couldn't do it today. But anyway, we'll go around the table for the last word, man, to end this thing, man. Well, I'll probably be stuck in Georgia in the house for 2 days. I'm glad I went, got me some milk and bread. Milk and bread, son.
Gotta get them essentials.
One thing I ain't got to do, though. I ain't got to go to work, boy.
Yep, gotta get them essentials.
Go ahead, JR.
What I want to say, hey, again, BWATTS, man, thank you always for sharing your space, man, your platform. I love it. Salute to you as always. Uncle Steve, same thing, man. Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve on that head today, boy.
Hey, big shout out to Connect and TCal. Hey, thank y'all, man. Y'all came in because usually BWATTS and Uncle Steve be trying to put BTA to me. They be trying to beat me down every show. But they know I come in, I throw them punches. Boom, boom, boom. I'm keeping it real with them all the time. But
hey, yeah, you keep it real. You're 0-4 in college football. You keep it real, all right. You're 0-4.
My parlays hit. Shout out to Bet US. Parlays hit though. But I appreciate the space again, BWATTS, man, and Uncle Steve. Salute to you. And everybody out there in the chat, hey, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for spending y'all time with us tonight.
Hey, BWATTS, what I'll tell you is this one here. The two young men that you brought on, they both got very good content, and people ought to go out there and make sure they support them because they're doing big things. They got a different point of view. They're putting out positive information out there. And what I like about it, they're putting out their facts. They're telling you, they're showing you what's going on. They're letting you see what's actually happening, and they explain it to you. So that's good to see. I always tell people, support people that's doing good things. And I think your people out there in podcast land, they've already heard of these wonderful people. They need to go out and support them. I'm always about that. Go support people who are doing the right thing for the right reasons. The next thing I'll say, BWATTS, you doing your thing, boy. You're getting bigger. You're getting swole. You're getting swole and old. I see. You thought, you was over there talking about, oh man, my battery went low. No, somebody was tapping you on the shoulder. I know you don't like no snow bunny because this brown sugar sitting right here. You talking about you got some milk. I'm sure she tapped you on the shoulder. She said, what snow bunnies you talking about? You better be over here on this brown sugar, baby, because that's all you gonna get right here.
You crazy, what?
I ain't crazy. I know. Hey, BWATTS. I know when she talking to you because you kind of look up like this here. Yes, dear. I already know.
I know. Hey, I know you know, Kasi, you be doing.
Yeah, but when my baby tell me to come home tonight, I'm coming. I ain't like you. You be talking about, I got another question. When my wife called, Big Daddy moving. I'm moving because I know my time is limited. I got limited time. I'm like, hey, come on in here. I'm ready. Hey, sign me up, boss. I'm ready. I'm like a backup. Call me Cash Cleveland. When my call, I'm ready. I like Cash.
Hey, Cash, I'm gonna walk on. I'm gonna walk right in it.
And I'm gonna walk and stomp. That's what I'm gonna do. Walk and stomp. But to the people out there in podcast land, I hope y'all understand. We just having a good time. We having a good time. We ain't hurt nobody. We ain't trying to come at nobody. This is a space, a safe zone for people out there because they need to know we respect people and stuff. But you need to laugh sometimes. Everything don't have to be, we doing the weave. I'm doing everything don't have to be a lie. It don't have to be a lie. We coming out there, we want to have a good time. We want to enjoy it with you. Thank you for enjoying it with us. When you could have been anywhere, but you're here. And we thank you for that. BWATTS, appreciate it. I'm getting ready to go rub. I'm getting ready to go rub, baby. I'm getting ready. I feel cold right now, baby. If you talking about snow, I need to go get I'm gone, man. I got to go. I ain't got time.
Understand? Remember, here's the biggest thing about greatness. Greatness thing about, man, I got it here. Now let me go on. That's what people mess up. You know what greatness is? Come on.
You think you're doing wrong, and then you keep trying to be better, and then you're just great. Or you just do something great, and that's it.
I'm saying, but how I continue to do something good to become great at it. Like,
not mess up.
The consistency part. Like, once you master this form or this deal, I just need you to keep repeating that same deal.
So you don't mess up?
Yeah, so be a master at the fundamental. If you become a master at that technique, you won. It's very, very important. Like, you have to be a master of fundamentals. Like, everybody think it's extra. No, it's being great at the basics. Be real good at your basics. It's like one point. Now I want you to master it to where it's second nature. So now I'm out there breaking, I'm driving. Everything becomes natural. Hey, 4 trips, get your mind right. You already know what it's like. It ain't like it's tough. You got it. Tough people do tough shit. It ain't gonna be easy. Get your mind right and attack the workout. I know a lot of y'all was thinking a lot of stuff going on in your head. But this is a good life lesson. When you get into it, sometimes it ain't what you thought it was gonna be. We gotta have a better positive mindset before we start off. But that's how winning comes about. Proud of you, bro. I see what you're doing. He calling guys from down there. Right here. Hey, y'all slide. Putting them right there. I seen stuff right now that's already happening. We on championship caliber. When it comes from within, we win within, nobody can beat us. That's how it goes.
It's an honor and a privilege to be standing before you. It's I can't explain how happy and how thoughtful and how thankful I am for this day. I've been praying about this day. I've been anticipating this day, you gotta understand, it's an emotional day for me. This is the first day I've been up here without 2 knuckleheads, and I'm looking back. Charlotte told me I was gonna get mad at him for not being in the meeting today, knowing he don't supposed to be in the meeting today. So, but this is the first day I'm coaching without my boys, which is a pleasure and an honor for me. So now I can just be a coach. I don't have to be my dad, and I like that. And I love that.
First off, I want to start off by thank you, to be able to speak on behalf of my dad, not only as my dad, but as a person. When I was about 7 or 8, he told me, he was like, Jay, I'm gonna make sure that you get to college. I don't care if it's a pinky foot you step on that campus. I can't wait to see you graduate. You just gotta want it more than I want it for you, He never missed the event, like elementary school, he's showing up everything. Whoever it was, he was there. Like, he made sure he was there. It didn't matter if one of the best memories I had with him, we rode a bicycle to school. I missed the bus, he ain't snapped on me. I'm on the back of the pedal, we just ride the bike to school. That was like one of the moments, like I knew, like, yeah, I got a good dad, man. Like, he really put his all in this. And it kind of eat me up a little bit, cause he might not be able to experience it, to see you graduate. There ain't too many dads out here that'll do the things he did for their kids. And to have a father like.
How you doing? My name is Aki. I'm from Houston, Texas. I just hope to bring a good attitude and just be resilient here.
Cool. You can sit down right there.
I'm Chauncey Gooden. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm just here to bring that dog mentality. I'm Corday Smith. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I'm just here to work.
I'm Jay Garhart from Lakewood, New Jersey. I'm just here to bring effort and attitude.
I'm Zay McGill. I'm from Tel Aviv, Mississippi. I'm just getting my all to y'all.
I'm Zach Atkins. I'm from Kansas City, and I'm just here to be great.
I'm Corbin Lazier. I'm a tight end. I'm from East Tennessee. I'm here to bring unbelievable effort and discipline.
I'm Adrian Wilson. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. My goal is to be coachable and just to bring good work ethic to my position room.
Caden Salter, Dallas, Texas. I'm here to be a leader and lead this team to that Big 12 championship.
Cornell Farrakhan Jr. from Houston. I'm looking to give out 1,000% effort at all times.
I'm Julian Lewis from Carrollton, Georgia. Yeah, I'm just ready to work.
I'm Joseph Williams from Arlington, Texas. I'm here to make plays and give you all my best every day.
My name's Damon Graves. I'm from Boston, Australia.
Mate! New mate!
I'm just here to give 100% effort every day and a good attitude.
New mate!
I'm Buck Buchanan. I'm from Marshall, Texas, and you're going to get a lot of effort and a lot of touchbacks.
There you go.
I'm Jaheim Rhodes. I'm from Columbia, Mississippi. I'm here to bring effort and come bring back one all the way back to these Bucks.
There you go, dog. Remember what you said about that effort, man.
My name is Chris Johnson. I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida, and I'm just here to be dominant.
My name is Tavian Coleman. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm bringing work.
My name is Gabriel Lightfoot. I'm from SoCal, and I'm here to bring the Big 12 championship.
My name is Alexander McPherson. I'm from Stuart, Florida. I'm here to work hard and do whatever I can do to make the team better.
My name is Mantrez Walker. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to bring a physical presence to the defense and be a dog.
My name is Antonio Grant. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm here to get y'all.
My name is London Merritt. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here bringing that dog mentality, that dog effort, and that dog mentality on the D-line.
My name is Montavious Friend. I'm a linebacker from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm here to make some plays with y'all.
My name is Tofi Pryor. I'm from Brick, Pennsylvania. I plan on bringing leadership and passion.
My name is Reggie Hughes. I'm from Tulsa, Mississippi. Bring energy, passion, and make it better.
My name is Colin Salter. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I'm here to see.
My name is Carl Jacobs. I'm from Quincy, Florida. I'm here to bring that dog mentality from the
Where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch. Where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, BWATTS tells the stories under the bright lights. In the silence of the night, when the crowd fades away, he's the echo of hope
the end of the day, with a heart full of dreams and a voice full of soul. He's the heartbeat of sports, making us whole. Sports talk with Buffs, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in this sacred space. Sports talk with Buffs, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk with BWATTS, where the passion runs deep. Oh, sports talk with BWATTS, where the passion runs